Hi, everybody. So in this video, I am going to show you how to add a class, add a student, access data in Reading Eggs and Math Seeds. So first you're going to log in however way your school has it set up, because every school is individual, whether they set up your login, however that may be, you're going to log in and then you're going to see this screen. You have reading and math both in the same screen, same web page. So under reading, you have, depending on what your district has paid for or purchased, mine has Reading Eggs, Reading Express, and Fast Phonics. Then if you scroll down, you can manage students, manage assignments. You have a teacher toolkit, reports. Okay, and you can also see the subscription your school has. I'm going to go through some of the things over here on the left. Math and reading look identical. So whatever I show you for reading is going to be exactly the same when I click on the math tab later. So you have reading catch up. This is like activities and things you can do if you have a student that needs that extra little bit of oomph or help. Okay. Teacher toolkit. This has a bunch of different things in there that can be useful depending on what you're doing. Student worksheets, comprehension worksheets, those different things. You also have curriculum maps if you want to pull those up. You have a printables library. So maybe there's some things you want to do with your students, or you want to give them certificates, those kind of things. That's where you would find that. You have a teacher library where you can find a book. You can save your own collection of books, share collections with other students, other teachers, whatever you may want to do. And then you have your management tab. Under management, this is where you can add students, remove students, add classes, and look at the progress and do your certificates. So first we're going to go to manage students. And I already added one for my first class. I added Tigger, but we'll add Winnie the Pooh. Okay? So right here's where you'd add, and I'll just put in the name of the student. And then I'm going to add them to my demo class for demonstration. And I'm going to put them in second grade because it'll give you a list of different grades you can choose from. Now, I want to caution you, if you are in a school district that has this link to another program like Clever or Google Classroom or something like that, your class list may already be in there. That's something they would need to tell you before you go and add all your students. If it's already in there, it'll either pop up, like see mine already kind of popped up, or you can also go to add existing students into your class. So let's say they were in this school the year before, they use this program. Now you have them in class. You just need to add them to your class. So you're just going to find them in the program and you're going to add them to your class. Okay. So I'm going to add this student. It says Winnie the Pooh was added successfully. And then I can also go to classes. And if I was going to create a new class, I'm not going to do it because I already have one in there, but I would type the name of the class and then hit go, and it would show it down below. So like here's my demo class. I have 2 students. Okay. If I want to share my class, let's see, you have an intervention specialist, you have a co-teacher, there's a variety of reasons. You have a resource room teacher or that you may want to share your class. Click on edit and you can go down here and you can choose a teacher to share your class with. You can also choose whether or not to turn on the games and the playroom activities for the program. If you don't want them to do those things and you want them to only do the lessons for you, then you're going to want to turn those things off. Okay. Then next you can go to manage progress, and they always have a guide to kind of give you an idea where the ideal student would be in what. Remember, this is just a guide. This is not rock hard and fast that this is where they have to be. Every student is individual, every student is different, and especially, excuse me, if you're teaching in special ed or an intervention or a resource or anything like that, your students are going to be at their own level, and that is perfectly okay. So you can go down here and you can either click on all my students, or you can go to demo. Well, you can click on all my students or your class. I'm going to demo. And here's my two students, Tigger Gurr and Winnie the Pooh. And it says they're both on a placement test right now. But if they had done something in there, it would show me what level they're at. Okay, and I can click on that for all the programs. So that's kind of nice. Let's say Johnny B. Good's telling you he's always in there, he's always working, he doesn't know why you're not seeing the progress. You can go right here. You can go up here and you can click on manage progress. You can go down to his name in this class and you can go, wait a minute, no, because I'm seeing right here where you're at. That's only like the second lesson I ever assigned and we're on lesson 10. So it's kind of a check and balance too for you to be able to see the progress. And it also gives you data if you're in a meeting with a parent or need to call a parent on what's going on. You also have certificates. These are kind of fun. Some students really like these. Not every student does. But you can go down and you can see if they get different certificates. Sometimes if you have a student who you know really, really likes certificates, okay, they get really excited and that's what they want to do, you may print those out for them and give them to them at the end of the 9 weeks, like at their report card meeting or whatever it may be, or when you send a progress report. That's kind of nice to do. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit. Let's go to Reading Eggs. See where it says Reading Eggs? You can click on Lessons, and it's going to show you the different lessons. And you can do a preview of the lesson. You can also look at different resources that they have available. They even have one if they do not speak English and they speak Spanish. Okay, so if you need to walk through one of these with a student because they're just really struggling, it'll allow you to do that. There's some more resources here. You can click on Assignments and go to Manage Assignments. And this is where you can actually create your own assignment. So if you go create a new assignment, and let's say I want to give Demo an assignment. So these two students, I'm going to give them an assignment. And I want it to start on the 1st, end on the 2nd. I only want to give them a day to get it done because I want them to get it done the day I assign it. And then I can go down here and I can choose what kind of lesson I want them to do. I'm going to say a spelling lesson and I'm going to say 2nd grade. And then I can look here and I can say, which one do I want to pick? Maybe I want to pick that one. And then I would click Create Assignment. Okay, and then I can click back to Manage Assignments. And now it's going to show that they have one assignment that they need to complete when they log in. Okay, and then if you click here, it'll show all past assignments that you've ever assigned to students. These are from last year. How many have completed it, what the average score was. So you get all that data that you need. If you are in a state teacher evaluation year, like almost all of us, data is a big part of that. So this will also give you data for that. It'll give you data for 3rd grade reading intervention and a lot of those other pieces. So it's really good to know how to get the data out of the programs. And then you can also click on My Students and then you'll see all your students. Okay. You can also click on Reports. Now this one's really cool because if you look over here, look at all the different reports that are available for you. You have the dashboard, the summary, time on task. This is my favorite. I love when you get a student who says, but I promise I've been on there doing my 30 minutes every day, especially because I teach in an online environment. Well, I'm not seeing that in your completed lessons. So let me check because I want to know, like, are they struggling? Do they need some other intervention? What's going on? So I can click on time on task And number one, will show me this is all of my students and how long they've been in the programs. Okay. But then I can also go to the individual student and it'll show me how long they've been in a program. So that's kind of cool. So if a student's trying to tell me, well, but Miss Williams, I promise I was in that program. Nope. I don't have time for you on there. And I can show that to them and I can show that to the parent. You can also do lesson progress such as comprehension, quizzes, assessments, Lexile levels. This is a big one, especially with third grade reading guarantee too. You can go on here and you can see where they're at. Have they shown growth since they started the school year and after a couple months? Where are they at? So you can also see, like, do my interventions in class, are they working? Do I need to change something up? Am I not reaching this student? What's going on? And you can also see what books they've read by their level. So ones that are at their reading level, have they read them? Or are they always picking books that are lower than their reading level, above their reading level? It'll give you an idea. So you can do that. And you can do that for all of these, even like fast phonics. If they're working on phonics, it'll show you all the same things. So that's another way you can pull all that data that you need. And then just like I said, math is exactly the same. It's just math. So if you go into math and you click assignments, manage assignments, it's going to look exactly the same. Past assignments. Okay, you're going to see the same thing. So hopefully this has helped you some with reading eggs and math seeds and kind of knowing how to set that up and where it is. Now, if I want to edit it a little more just for my particular students, I can also go in, and I'm just clicking on my demo class, and I'm going to go to Tigger and I'm going to say edit. And if I need to change anything in here for any reason, I can do it at that point. So, like, if accidentally you entered the wrong grade or you wrote the last name wrong or something like that, you can go in here and change that. Okay? Excuse me. So hopefully that helped kind of explain that. If you have any other questions about math seeds or reading eggs, please put them in the comments and I will try to make another video to help explain it if I can.